Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be more of an informative video, and I figured I would make it because I do have a lot of people or a lot of friends that they're getting into makeup and they don't know where to begin. And I know makeup is really expensive, so you're not going to go to Sephora and buy a $40 foundation that's probably not going to match your skin at first. So this is going to be a video that's going to be on all like drugstore essential makeup items that you would need for if you're a beginner. I hope that made sense. I'm just gonna go through a couple of my favorite drugstore items, and I'm gonna try to go through like every single category if I have an item in that category. So I'm just gonna jump right into it because I know this is gonna be a really long video. I feel it already. So if you need to, go ahead and grab a snack, grab a drink, walk your dog so that way they don't interrupt you, and let's get started. So first we're gonna start with primer. Primer is basically a base for your foundation. I have really oily skin, and my favorite drugstore primer would be this one. It is the Rimmel Stay Matte Mattifying Primer. This primer is really good at mattifying my face in those really oily areas. I have an oily T-zone, so around my nose, around my forehead, my chin, that's where I like to focus it, and especially on my cheeks. It also is going to help fill in those pores. Since I do have oily skin, my pores are a little bit larger. This primer is basically just like a lotion consistency. It's nothing really special, just a white cream, and then you rub it in, and it's like a lotion, except for it's going to mattify your face. Next I'm gonna go with the color corrector, and I have two. Color correcting, if you don't know what it is, I did make a complete video on what is color correcting and how to color correct. If you are interested in that, just go ahead and scroll down after this video and click on it, and I'll go through the whole shebang. For green concealer, I have the NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Green Concealer. The green concealer is if you have like a lot of redness, you can use that to counteract the redness. This is my preference, but they also do have it in like a liquidy version. You can find this at Ulta. I'll leave like all like pricing information somewhere in this region over here. Another color corrector that I like, it's from LA Girl. It's the Pro Conceal HD High Definition, and this one is in the orange one. This product might be the only product that you won't be able to find in an actual drugstore. I go to a beauty supply store to find this concealer. They have like the whole range of them, like the whole different actual colors, and they also have the color correcting ones. And this is what the wand looks like. My only recommendation with this product is that since it does have a brush tip wand, I wouldn't use this on yourself and then use it on someone else, only because it'll harbor bacteria from like the other person's face, and everyone's face is different. It could react differently, so we don't want that. But this for personal use is good. Alright, now going into foundation. Foundation is probably the trickiest part when going to the drugstore and actually picking out an actual foundation. I said foundation a lot. I have 3 different options for you guys, and I'll explain like the benefits of each one very briefly. If you do want me to go in depth about drugstore foundations or foundations in general, like an actual foundations video, like which are my favorite, go ahead and comment that down below, and that'll be a pretty interesting video. I think I might do that anyways, but just comment down below and let me know if you're interested in that. So the first foundation is the one that I have on my face. I actually have 2 on my face. I mixed them, and it is the L'Oreal Infallible. I mixed the Pro Glow and the Pro Matte foundations together, and the reason why I did that is because I wanted kind of like a satin finish on my face today, and I like the formula of both. It's really good for a drugstore product. And the Pro Glow, I am in the color, what color is this, sweet Jesus? I'm in the color 210 Classic Tan, and then in the Pro Matte, I'm 110 Cream Cafe, just in case you need a color reference, but those are what I have on my face today. They are really high coverage, or really good coverage. I suggest trying them both. If you have oilier skin, then go with the Pro Matte. If you want a more dewy finish or you have really dry skin, go with the Pro Glow. The next foundation, if you are a beginner and you don't know what color you are, you want to go with this range because the color selection in the drugstore is crazy. Like, they literally have a whole big old section, great color selection, great color range. This is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup. I am in the color N7 Classic Tan. The thing that I like about this range is that if you are a neutral undertone, a cool undertone, or a warm undertone, they have a section for each and a color range for each. So it's really, really good. I tend to have a neutral undertone. Sometimes I could have a more golden yellow undertone, or sometimes I'm more red and pink. It just depends. So I'd like to stick with the N7. It gives me really, really good coverage. It is really high coverage. And the last foundation, it's more of a thicker foundation, and if you like really, really super thick coverage, then this foundation is for you. This is going to be the Revlon 24-Hour Color Stay Makeup. I am in the color 370 Toast, I believe. Yep, 370 Toast. This foundation is really, really good. A lot of the time it gets compared to the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and I get that because it is really, really, really pigmented, really full coverage, and it is kind of thick. So if you don't like to feel like you're wearing a big amount of makeup on your face, this might be a little too heavy for you. You might want to stick to the other two foundations that I mentioned. That's it for foundation. The next product for concealer, it's really, really inexpensive, and that's why I picked this concealer. It is also from the LA Girl. It's the Pro Conceal, and then it's just in whatever color you need it to be, any concealer color. And it's the same like the orange one that I showed. It has the brush tip, and that's it. Eyeshadow. If you are beginning with eyeshadow and you're like starting to experiment and see like what you kind of like, this one I do really like. It's the Wet n Wild little quads. This one is in the Naked Truth, and what I like about it is that it literally has every color that you would need to create an eye look. All of these products that I'm mentioning, I do have some kind of mixture of it on my face, so if you need to see what it looks like, boom, there you go, that's what it looks like. Hey. So it comes with a little brush, but that just fell out and we don't use that. So these are the colors that are in here. What I do also like what I said earlier, is that it has a color for a complete eye look, and it'll tell you like this one goes in the crease, this is the definer, this is an eyelid color. So if you want to use it in that order, you can, or if not, you could just mix around and make your own little eye look. For it being drugstore, they're really, really pigmented. For example, like that's that definer color right there in the middle. That's super, super pigmented for it being a drugstore little compact. Alright, next we're going to go into face powders. This face powder I do really like as well. It is also part of the L'Oreal brand, the L'Oreal True Match line. This face powder is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder, and this one I also got in the color N7. It's just so that way I don't have to add color to my face. It's basically the same color that I already have on. This powder is just going to be to set, so that way the foundation stays. I don't get too oily in those areas. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over my face or in the places that I didn't highlight or contour. So that's what it looks like right there. Just little brown powder. The next face powder, if you want to bake your face or set your highlight, you would want to use this powder. This is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder, and I have mine in translucent extra coverage. Just looks like this. It's a translucent powder. Comes in this big tub. I've had this powder for probably like a year and a half already, and I'm still not done with it. Like maybe I don't do my makeup enough to go through it, but this is just a good amount of powder, and it's really, really inexpensive. I believe it's only like $7 or $8, and you could find it literally anywhere. So I do like this powder a lot. It doesn't crease under my eyes, which I really, really like, since I do have a little bit of wrinklage under there. And yeah. Okay, so speaking of highlight and contour, this palette, it is a drugstore palette, and I do like it a lot. At first, I had a love-hate relationship with it. Like, I really didn't like it because I thought it didn't blend well, but it was just me. It wasn't the palette. So this is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's only like $25. You can find it at Ulta, or if you go to CVS, I think they have it. I'm not too sure. But all on top are all of your highlight colors, and then on the bottom are all of your contour colors. This palette, I do like to double it as a bronzer sometimes, like I'll mix these two right here because they are a little bit more on the warm side. So these two I would use to like bronze, or if I want to do like a warm contour. Over here, this cool powder, this is what I would use to actually contour. If you are setting a highlight, I did mention the Coty Airspun powder, but you can also use this banana shade to give you some color under your eyes, and so that way it's not stark white. Eventually I will do a video on like how to achieve all of these things, like how to apply foundation, how to highlight and contour, things like that. If you are interested in seeing those videos, give this video a thumbs up so at least I know like we're on the right path. Next item I want to talk about is blush. This is gonna be the Wet n Wild blush and mellow wine. I specifically like this one because it's really good for my skin tone. It's a nice rosy pink and it shows up pretty well. These Wet n Wild blushes are really good, really inexpensive. I think they're like $2 or $3 and really pigmented. The next product I'm gonna talk about is eyeliner. If you've been watching my channel, you already know that this is my favorite liquid eyeliner. This is the NYC eyeliner and I have an 887 black. The other day I found out it comes in extreme black or ultimate black, some crazy thing like that, and I didn't know about that. I do like this eyeliner. It's really good in my opinion for beginners because it has a really long wand and you can like really like get in there, get in like the little nooks and crannies of your eyes. It's just a brush tip applicator. Another eyeliner that is really good for beginners, hold on, I have to go and get it. Hold on. Alright, so another good eyeliner that's really good for beginners is the Milani Eye Tech Extreme, and I have in the color 01 Blackest Black. It looks like this. When I first started working with eyeliner, like trying to get that perfect wing, that nice flick to it, I used this one, and the reason why I use this one is because it's like a pen basically. It has the grip for you to hold it right here up front, and it's a felt tip applicator. It literally looks like a pen. So it's really easy for you to like draw on that wing. I don't know if it still has like juice in here because it's been a really long time since I've used it. Yep, boom, there you go, black is black because it's super black. But yeah, it was really easy for me to work with. The only thing is that since it is a felt tip applicator, you have to apply a lot of pressure to it, and I don't really like that anymore. But if you are a beginner and starting to master that wing liner, a felt tip applicator would be really ideal for you. Next, for pencil eyeliner, this one I really liked. I got this in an influencer box like a long time ago, and then like I fell in love and then never used it again. I don't know, that's just the way makeup works. I have it, oh, I didn't even tell you what it was. It's the Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Eyeliner. This is in the color 001 Black. The reason why I like this eyeliner is because it's really black, super pigmented, and it glides on fairly easy. Let me just do a little swatcheroonie right here. Oh, come on, you're not showing off right now. Oh my god, hold on. Oh, I just broke the pencil. But anyways, you guys get the gist of it. It's super pigmented, really black. I think mine is just really old and crusty, and that's why it's not performing that well. It's like trying to throw shade at me right now. It also worked out really well for me because I have a watery waterline on my eyeliner that I put under there. It normally just goes away and rubs off because the water just takes it away. So yeah, so that eyeliner is really good. Next I'm going to talk about mascara. Alright, this one I got not too long ago. I also got it in an influencer box. This is the Max Factor X Masterpiece Max High Volume and Definition Mascara in the color Velvet Black. This mascara is what I have on today as well. It does a really good job at separating my eyelashes, and I just like that whenever I apply it, it doesn't clump up my eyelashes. I absolutely hate when you take out the wand and there's like so much product on it, like it goes on your eyeballs and it's just a big old hot mess. I don't really like that. This mascara, it doesn't really do that, which I'm so happy about. I absolutely love the wand on it as well. It's a rubber wand. It has rubber bristles on it, and I like that. Max Factor, I believe we had it in the US and then they took it away and then they brought it back. So now I believe it's only in CVS if I'm not mistaken. So for this specific item, you have to go buy it at CVS or Target. CVS or Target, something like that. Alright, and next, highlight, my favorite product. This highlight, I think I've literally mentioned it in every single one of my other videos. But this is going to be the Wet n Wild Center Stage collection. It's not this collection anymore. I say this all the time. They changed it now. It's just a highlighting compact in the color Boozy Brunch. But this is an old one. This is the Fergie compact. The formula is still the same and the color is still the same. It's just a name change. So this is the highlight right here. It's just a really nice gold highlight, and it's super duper affordable. Since I do mention that highlight a lot, I also am going to mention this other highlight. It's only found in Ulta though. Ulta, I consider it drugstore as well because half of it is drugstore side and the other half is high-end. So if you go to the drugstore side, you will see this product there. It is the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter, and mine is in the color Golden Light. This highlight, it looks really pale on camera. It is a really nice gold highlight. It is what I have applied on my cheeks today as well with the Wet n Wild one. And I also applied this under my brow bone, on my nose, on my everywhere. And that's what it looks like right there. It has a really nice pearlescent tint to it because it is a highlight. This highlight, I believe, is only $6, so it's really good, really pigmented for the price. Next, for lipstick, I have 4 options for you, 3 lipsticks and a lip gloss. So for actual stick lipsticks, the stick lipsticks that I like are from NYX and Wet n Wild. This is the NYX, what is this? I don't know which lipstick this is, but the color is in Thalia, and it's just this pretty pink nude. NYX is found in Ulta, it's found in CVS. I think it's just those 2 places. Oh no, in Target as well. This lipstick is super duper creamy and pigmented. It isn't a matte finish, it's more like of a satin finish. So if you do like a satiny finish to your lipstick, then this one is for you. The Wet n Wild one, it's in the color Blind Date. Wet n Wild lipsticks, they're super underrated in my opinion. They're really pigmented, really nice quality, and they're really cheap, but no one really talks about them. This one is also more of a satiny finish. So if you do like a satin finish, like I said, then these will be nice for you. I'm mentioning these colors, but these aren't like the specific colors that I'm telling you like, oh, this is for you if you are a beginner. It's like the lipstick formula. So if you like these formulas, then get these ones, but it doesn't have to be this color. You know what I mean? So if you want to go and hop on the whole liquid lipstick trend but you don't want to spend too much money, this is a good alternative. It is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams, and this is in the color Copenhagen. The soft matte lip creams I like, but I also don't like at the same time. So what I do like about the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams are that they're really moisturizing on the lip, and they're really affordable for it being like a liquid lipstick type thing. But what I don't like is that some of the colors aren't as pigmented. Like this one is what I have on my lips today, and you can see it is already wearing down right in the middle. It's not exactly how it looks like on the tube. It does kind of fade really quick, but if you want to step into the liquid lipstick trend, this is a good way to start. And then if you're more of a lip gloss type of girl, this is a nice lip gloss. I absolutely adore these. This is the NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the color Creme Brulee. I specifically like this one because it's a nice pinky nude. Kind of wear this every day if you wanted to. And if you need some lip liners, some really affordable lip liners, you can also try the NYX lip liners. And these are just 2 that I have from NYX. This was in the color Prune, and then this one is in the color Natural. And then to complete your face, you have to set your face with a setting spray. You don't have to, but it's preferred. So if you need a good setting spray, this is the NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. They also have a dewy one, but of course I have an oily face, so I want to use the matte one. A setting spray is just gonna go ahead and lock in all of your makeup. And actually, technically, I guess you can say the last product that I would like to share are brushes. How are you supposed to apply your face if you don't have any brushes? Some really good brushes are by e.l.f. e.l.f. is super duper, like, extremely affordable. These are just the first 2 brushes that I grabbed. The brushes that are in like the black handles, I guess they're like supposed to be like pro brushes. The ones with the white handle, those are like more like beginner brushes. They're $1, so you don't have to spend too much. These, the like pro brushes, they're not pro, I don't know, there's like studio brushes, there you go, they're like $3, $3, $4, $5, so it's still very inexpensive. What I like about e.l.f. is that they have like a kit that comes with a whole bunch of brushes, which is how I got mine. e.l.f. brushes you could find at Target. The other day I saw them in Walmart, so I was pretty happy about that. And Walgreens. These are really good tools for you to apply your makeup. I think I went through every single category. If I left 1 or 2 out, comment that down below so that way I can mention it in the next video. If you want to see more of these videos, also let me know. I hope this video helped you out in some sort of way. If it did, give this video a thumbs up. That would mean a lot. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys.